over the trades today for Monday, October the 16th, 2023. We're first looking at the dashboard indicator for our portfolio money management algorithms, tracking our old stock index portfolio at 34. And you can see the bias was to the long side on this stop running type sell-off. It flipped to short and then rebuilt to the long side, but it really hasn't gone anywhere. If you look at this time frame right here, most of the day, you see the Nasdaq up 187.25. A lot of that was overnight and then right at the open, and then it pulled back and rallied here. And so really it was done by 10 o'clock. The day was done. So you can see just kind of a sideways price action, and then you have a stop run to that low end of the range, which affected us and stopped us out. And so let's look at the signal strength trader on the day, minus 1575 per contract, per 250K, minus 1575. So we have 8 contracts being traded right here. But you can see it's always frustrating when you get hit at the low price and time of the move. And so it comes all the way down here, kind of stops, and then boom, it just pulses down. These are 1-minute bars that get you on that bar and bounces back. So, I mean, regardless of what you do to trade in your strategies, you're going to end up having trades like this from time to time. And so that puts us around break even on the month. So we're right around break even on the month. And so that is our signal strength trader. This is what we're trading while we're waiting for the stock index portfolio 21 to go through a drawdown. Here is the equity curve for the signal strength trader. Very cyclical. So we end up break even on the month after today's trade. And so if you haven't traded at all, it's a good entry price right on the trend line of this equity curve. And so looking for some market inefficiencies as we go into the end of the month. This market is very determined to be efficient and trade in such a way that's very hard to trade and very difficult to trade. You can see minus 1270. Currently, as we go into the close, 9 minutes left. It's long 3 Nasdaq and long 3 E-mini if you were trading the old stock index portfolio 34, and down 1270 on the day. This is updated on an end of bar basis. And then let's look at the stock index portfolio 21. So here is the stock index portfolio 21 as of Friday. It was up 1,000 on the month as of Friday. And it is, you can see where it is on the drawdown curve. And in 2023, the biggest drawdown is about 15,000 historically. Going back here, it's about, you see it's about 22,000. And this goes all the way back to about 2012. So about over the last 11 years, worst case drawdown is about, well, it's about 23,000. So a good entry point would be about 10,000 down. And it was halfway there. It's up today. Let's look at the trades. So it did really well today, up 1187.50 on Cobra 3, up 575 with the profit target version of 600, up 1075 with the $1,100 profit target version. Tick wave is up 875. DTM4 is up 287.50. Adaptive moving average is up 1250. Gap fill 1 was down minus 725. And Tick Chop News was down 825. And so overall, this was up today. And so we're still waiting for a drawdown, still working on some setups. Here is one particular setup that I like. It's 33,900 max drawdown out of 21.4. It's at 21,000. And so here it is today. Here's where it's at. The main issue that I have of starting right now is that if you look at the ES strategies, they are at ES and SR countertrend strategies are at equity peaks, while the Nasdaq is at a drawdown level. So still working on this and waiting for the ideal time. Would like the S&P and Nasdaq strategies to, or S&P and SR countertrend strategies to go into a little bit of a drawdown. So if you look at it without the Nasdaq strategies, it's you see your SR countertrend strategies there. A lot of really fast recoveries. I like this because it's fast recoveries all the way back without the Nasdaq, but it's only in a $4,000 out of $29,000 drawdown. If you include the Nasdaq strategies, let's get rid of the S&P strategies, and then if you get rid of all the SR countertrend strategies, you are in a $27 out of $139,000 drawdown. And so some of these strategies don't work. We have a lot of strategies that don't work until 2016 or 2017 or 2018 timeframe. The market was much different in the Nasdaq. The ranges are about 10 times higher than they were way back here. And so those markets work a lot different. The setups work a lot different when you're dealing with the strategy that's a 300-point range versus a 30-point daily range. And so we've talked about this bias towards using strategies that only work going back to either 2018 or 2017 or 2016 in the Nasdaq. And so it is in a 27 out of, if you zoom in on this, it's right down here. If you go back to this time frame, about the beginning of 2018, it's about, I would have to delete the data to see, but I'm working on adding some more strategies to this, including the gap continuation with a $1,200 stop loss instead of a $2,000 stop loss. See, gap continuation 2023. This is a $2,000 stop loss. I want to use a $1,200 stop loss. I also have some other SR counter trends that I want to add to this portfolio calculator. It takes a long time to update it all. And so we're still dealing with a situation where the Nasdaq strategies look like this and the other strategies look like this. So while it looks like a good entry point from a cyclical drawdown perspective, there's a big difference between, if the Nasdaq strategies were to continue to stay down and these S&P and SR counter trend strategies then went through a drawdown, it would continue to cause a drawdown. So I want to look for a little bit more of a recovery in the Nasdaq and Nasdaq type strategies, and then also a decent pullback in the S&P and SR counter trend strategies to trade one of these portfolios that includes both, or just trade the S&P Portfolio 21 when it goes through a about a $10,000 drawdown. So that's what we're waiting on. And those are the trades on the day for October the 16th, 2020.
Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.